Good morning. Story number 2 for this short week. We're learning about what are some ways the Atlantic Ocean is special, and what better book to read about the Atlantic Ocean is Atlantic by Brian Karras. And while we're reading the story, which is an informational story, it's a story that gives us facts about something. So in this case, we're learning about the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm going to show you something real quick. All right. Here, we're going to do our story web. All right. What the author wants us to know is about the Atlantic Ocean. But at the end of the story, we're going to fill in these bubbles right here. About facts, what we've learned about the Atlantic Ocean. All right, so I hope all that spinning's not making you dizzy. So let's get started with our story. Here we go. Atlantic. I am the Atlantic Ocean. Now, is the Atlantic Ocean really a person? No. But the Atlantic Ocean will be speaking as a person in this story. I begin where the land runs out, at the end of yards and streets and hills. So here we are. I am the blue water at the beach, the waves, mist, and storms. That salty smell is me too. So believe it or not, when you're going to the beach, at least on the east side of Florida, you are actually on the Atlantic Ocean. I stretch from the icy poles, north and south. I rub shoulders with North America and bump into Africa. So all of this is the Atlantic Ocean. So this is where we are here in Florida, because this is North America. And then it says it bumps shoulders with Africa, which is this continent right here. I slosh around South America and crash into Europe. So down here where this green is, this is South America, and then Europe is way up here. But I don't end there. The Pacific and Indian, Arctic, and Antarctic are my relatives. We are one big family. So while this is the Atlantic Ocean here, all right, there are other oceans, whether north, south, east, or west, that are also part of the Atlantic Ocean. My water doesn't stay in just one place. It travels from continent to continent. So here, the water continues to move. So that iceberg floating past someone's window one day, this is cool, will sometime find itself lapping at your toes on a warm sandy beach. So we know from learning that water in a solid form is ice. So this iceberg could be cold somewhere else, but then when it travels around the world, it'll probably melt, and it's that same iceberg that lands here for the summer. My fingers stretch out. Bays and inlets reach far into the land. Gulfs, seas, sounds, and channels lead to me and into me. They are me. So all this that you see here, if you go visit some grassy areas, maybe a part of where the ocean begins and ends. I am here day and night, heaving, raging, lying still, scraping away at some land and putting it someplace else. Bit by bit, my shape changes, as it has for ages, sometimes growing, sometimes shrinking, never staying still. So the water just continues to move and move. It looks like these two were having a nice little bonfire on the beach. And then all of this is the ocean. The sun, so many millions of miles away, heats my water, which turns into clouds and storms that rain into me, and it starts all over again. And you'll learn more about the water cycle in second grade. That's an interesting concept to learn. The moon so far out in space pulls at me and then lets go. So my tides go in and out, ebb and flood. First I was discovered, even though I was here first, and then conquered by men in big ships who named me. I've been crossed and probed, charted, studied, drifted. Look at all these scientists that are exploring. Ooh, look at the school of fish. Fishermen know me. They know my oyster beds and seek out my schools of fish with hooks and nets, long lines and traps. Artists paint pictures of me with cerulean, cobalt, and ultramarine. And poets know me with their beautiful words. The dancing shadow of your airplane skips over wave, with dolphins who sing and race, with skates and whales and fish that fly. Seagulls sing to me. Sand and pebbles rattle and clatter a chorus as I rush in and pull away. My words crash and whisper in your ear. Don't forget, I am here. I am the Atlantic Ocean. All right. So now that we've learned about the Atlantic Ocean in our story, let's go ahead and look at our chart right over here. Okay, so we learned about the Atlantic Ocean. All right, so some fun facts that we've learned about the Atlantic Ocean, we're going to fill in our bubbles. Okay, so one is we know that the Atlantic Ocean travels far. Right? It doesn't stay in one spot. It definitely moves around. Another fun fact about the Atlantic Ocean is that it has many fish. There are so many marine animals in the Atlantic Ocean and oceans in general. It's not even funny. All right. Another thing about the Atlantic Ocean, oh no, my thing's in the way, is it changes shape. All right, that's some good information. And lastly, the ocean doesn't just stay quiet. It makes, many sounds. Okay, so by looking at our chart here, we learned 4 interesting facts about the Atlantic Ocean just from reading our story. Can you think of anything that you learned about the Atlantic Ocean? All right, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.